I've been baking cakes for over 30 years and I've been eating them even longer. I've seen them baked in all shapes and sizes. Well, I thought I had until now. Adam, welcome to my kitchen. This is incredible. They don't look like cakes.
Well, that's the idea.
These are works of art. And when you look at something like this, which just frankly is incredible, it's the thought process that goes on inside your head to be able to create it.
Well, it's more the idea to start with, and then it just sort of all comes together as you're sort of doing it. You sort of let your imagination go with it, and you know, hopefully, they're not finished until I'm happy with them. So that's the main thing.
Adam Cox first discovered his flair for cake design at the humble age of 18. He now runs his own cake-making company, and his incredible cake creations are so popular they've even attracted celebrity attention. What strange things have you been asked to do?
Oh, well, you get asked to do all sorts, but the character ones are very popular because this got such a personal touch. So, you know, that isn't anyone in particular, but I get people sending pictures in of them and their dogs, for instance. I really try and get a feel for that person and, you know, get to know them to make a cake which sort of suits them and them only. So, yeah, so obviously I've made the bread because it's appropriate to the programme and obviously your line of work, but I've made another one as well, which is more appropriate.
And it seems Adam knows me better than I expected.
I was told you were into fast cars, but
wow,
we needed a bit more on there. So I got,
I'm gonna pop that on there.
Got my mum doing a bit of research, and she found an old interview where you said your hobbies included flying your model Spitfire. So, so I thought
that actually looks like me.
Well, that's the idea.
You've got the jeans right. You've got the shoes. Actually, you got the shoes absolutely bang on with colour.
Well,
the shirt, I quite like the fact that it's buttoned down to my navel. If I undo this down to there...
Could have done a bit more toner.
A bit more toner, exactly. It looks a bit peaky.
You've obviously been on holiday since I did that.
Yeah, that is incredible. And this, you are right about this.
Is that right?
I do actually have.
Well, my mum will get the brownie
control.
points for that.
Yeah, I do have a remote control Spitfire. The attention to detail that Adam manages to capture is really amazing and testimony to his sculpting skills. Now, let's see if he can teach me a thing or two.
I'm going to try and teach you how to make your own model of yourself. So, the way I would do it. So, have you ever done anything like this before?
A little.
A little?
Yeah, but not much.
No? Well, what sort of thing?
I went to art school and studied sculpture.
Oh, right. Well, there you go.
A little, but that was a long time ago.
Hey, doesn't matter. I hope you haven't lost it anyway.
Oh, no, I've definitely lost it. I lost it a long time ago.
What were you using to sculpt with?
Clay.
Clay. Well, it's very similar.
Adam has prepared his icing in advance, using edible food colouring.
So we've got the blue for the jeans.
Yeah.
Now, I saw what you were wearing beforehand, so I pre-made the shirt colour.
Yeah, good.
And then a couple of shades of brown for the shoes, and then the all important flesh. So yeah, so first of all, what we do is, so we'll split this. I'll do one at the same time as you. I'll talk you through it, just do what I'm doing. So first you have to knead the paste a little bit. I'm sure you're used to kneading. We'll all have our ways. Then we're going to make it into a sausage.
Okay.
So you just roll it out, and I start from the middle and sort of work it outwards. This is going to be a pair of legs.
Right.
Not one. So we do them at the same time because, you know, try and cut as many corners as you can, speed up the process.
Okay.
And then just bend it in the middle, push it together, and there's your pair of legs. So then we're going to make two shoes. So that can be one, that can be another. They're yours. Mm-hmm. Then just roll them into little sausages. And then stick the shoes on. What I do is I just put a little indent where the join in your leg would be, just underneath, and then just bend the paste up in the join where the knee would be. So this is acting as the cake. Right. Okay? So now we're going to do the shirt. So you take your bit. And then again, you just want to knead it together, make it so it's stretchy a bit. Roll it into a bit of a sausage. Most things start with a ball and either go into a cone or a sausage or just basic shapes, and then you just sort of go from there. Yeah. So then this is going to be the chest. Yeah. So we'll flatten it out as much as you want, you know.
Yeah, it's dead flat, my stomach.
Yeah, there you go. And then we'll just put a little mark down the middle, and then we're going to just stick that in there.
Adam uses dry spaghetti to form a hard frame or dowel to keep the sugar paste in place. The beauty of using this type of pasta is that it can be cut to size and it's also edible.
This is going to support the head as well, so we want to leave a bit excess on the top.
Okay.
And then just add a little bit of water just around your waist, here and here. Is this one yours? Is that mine?
See, you don't know, do you?
There you go.
That's mine then. Mine's the smooth one with no crack on the knees.
Are you sure? I think you've swapped them round.
No.
Right.
I told you I did sculpture.
Hey, hang on, we're not done the head yet.
True. We make the intricate hands and arms, which Adam makes look very easy.
Right, so this is going to be the head. Okay, first thing you do is put the nose on, and that gives you a guide for where everything else on the face goes.
Oh yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Okay.
How long does it take you to sort of do these cakes? I mean,
one of these in an evening would be fine.
One in the evening? I mean, that's rapid.
Well, you know, you have to be fast, you know.
I look like an angry baby.
That's all right.
I think it's a new monster in Doctor Who.
Yeah. So for the hair, you want to just pipe the hairline on. Right, and then literally just put a little bit of the black on. And then we'll just brush the back on.
I like the way you've done that, actually.
So flick up the fringe a little bit.
Check.
Like you say, you can spend as little or as long as you want on these bits, you know.
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You happy now with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, absolutely.
And then just a touch in the beard.
Well, that's me when I'm older.
Okay, well I've done, we've got you now and you in 20 years.
Exactly, yeah. I think we covered it.
30 years.
That's fantastic. Thanks very much, Adam. I've learned a lot, actually, about the modelling process. Earlier, cake decorator Adam Cox brought in a cake he made especially for me.
I was told you're into fast cars.
That actually looks like me.
Well, that's the idea.
Now I'm going to test Adam's artistic skills further. It's a cake decorating challenge with a tropical twist. Adam, this is a Pina Colada cake.
It looks delicious.
It's made of Madeira, so it's a bit more substantial. Can you make that look fantastic with your icing and all your sugar paste?
I think between us we can do a good job of it, yeah.
Right, I'm going to show you guys how to make it now, but in the meantime, now this is buttercream, which can go on the outside or whatever you want to do.
Leave it with me.
Pina Colada is a classic rum-based cocktail flavoured with coconut and pineapple. I've incorporated these flavours into my buttercream, which I've made with softened butter, sifted icing sugar, coconut liqueur and pineapple essence. Now, if you can mix that together, that's your buttercream coating for that, if that's of any use to you at all.
No problem at all.
Now, when it comes to a Pina Colada, it takes me back. It takes me back to, last week when I was on holiday. Now, everyone's had a Pina Colada. It's normally that strong coconut, it's the pineapple, and a little bit of cream. So I'm going to make a Madeira cake, something that Adam is now beginning to decorate, but it needs to be substantial. It's probably going to take some weight. So to start with, you need the flour in the bowl. I'm making a Madeira sponge using the all-in-one method, which means everything in the bowl at the same time. Start with self-raising flour, add 7 whole eggs, caster sugar and margarine. But you could use butter in there. So you could use half margarine, half butter. Some people, when you look back at the old recipes, will actually use lard or they use a good baking margarine. Again, it tends to make it quite soft, whereas butter does have in it its inherent problems. It does bring a little bit of flavour, but sometimes it doesn't often go into the cake well. It can split. Margarine does give you that second chance. There's a lot of eggs in here, so we're going to bring all this together now. A little bit of milk going in there too. And finally, coconut. This is one of the key ingredients also in a Pina Colada. A little bit of coconut. Now, get your mixer. If you only got a balloon whisk, and then break it down with a wooden spoon, and then begin to beat it with a balloon whisk. But it's going to take you a while. But if you've got one of these, all the better. Start off quite slow.
Watch it, mate.
Sorry, mate. Am I covering you in margarine?
Now you're trying to sabotage my work, but
why would I do that, Adam? Again, mix all these ingredients together, get in there. It's a big bowl, this one. So start slow, and when it's all blended together, then go super fast. So how are you getting on with that? What do you think of the cake?
The cake itself is a delight to work with, actually. You know, you should do this professionally. It's really moist.
I think the cake itself's got a bit of body to it, which I think what you need. You don't want to put any weight on it at all.
Yeah. You don't want it to be really soft because then it starts to sink when you're building the decoration up on the top of it.
Precisely. Now you can see at this stage how wet it is. Now you can see all the globules of fat going in there, but it needs to be mixed together properly. So high speed, and then get right in there. Start breaking it all down. So what are you going to put on the top then?
Well, I've had a think, and I think we should Pina Colada. You'd sort of enjoy chilling back on the beach. So we'll do a nice desert island theme.
Liking your thought there, Adam. A little bit longer. Beginning to come together and cream together quite nicely. We see that now. It's a lovely glossy mix. Named after Madeira wine, Madeira cake is a dense sponge with a firm yet light texture. It's classically served with afternoon tea. Madeira is very popular in bakeries, especially in the 70s and 80s. We used to bake trays and trays of this, and this is a great base for any birthday or celebration cake. Bit of cream, bit of jam, and that's it. But what Adam does is take it to the next level, but Madeira has always been a good base for a good cake. Lovely colour, that.
I've mixed two blues together to give it like a marble effect, and then it makes a nice sea effect from the top of the cake.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Now there we have it. There's our mix, which is good to go. I'll get rid of the blade. Now I'm going to pop this straight into a tin. Get the majority of it in first. This reminds me of my mum, actually, you know, making cakes years ago, these massive bowls. Now, you set your oven at 160 degrees C. Now, this will bake for about an hour and 30, an hour and 45 minutes. It's a big cake. It's a substantial cake. So leave it in there so it goes golden brown and do the skewer test after about an hour and 20. Start putting your skewer in, check it in the middle, see if it's coming out clean. This is going to go straight in the oven. Now, obviously, Adam's had the cake now for about, 3 hours. How have you got on?
Well, you know, I'm just taking my time, making sure it's up to scratch, you know.
It's very neat.
Thank you.
So what's this going to be then? What's the base of the cake?
Basically, we're going to cover it in the blue colour and then put a little disc of sand in the middle. Not obviously sand, but sand colour, which will act as the island. And then we'll do a little scene on the island, which will have a palm tree and obviously a little pina colada probably, and hopefully a guy on it chilling out, enjoying himself.
No rush then, mate. Hurry up. I've done the cake. I'm looking forward to seeing that later. I know you're going to come up with something pretty special anyway.
Hopefully. Leave it with me.